So hi, my name is Milos. I am SAP ABAP developer. I've been working with ABAP for the last 3 years. So basically working with ABAP, object-oriented ABAP, dialog programming. It was kind of a surprise by my former teacher that she actually sent me an invitation to a new upcoming course which is being created by one of her former students. And I was like, I studied automation, cybernetics. I was working in completely different field. And I was like, well, okay, let's just try it, like what it's about. I heard many times about SAP and ABAP, but I was like, okay, I know that something like this exists, but have never tried it, have never seen it. So, this was how it started basically, because I was in a state of making a decision about my future, and gave it a try and found it interesting. Yeah, Lazo made, I think, everything super clear from the beginning. So I knew where I was heading. So Lazo told me what his intentions are, like what he's building, what kind of a program that it's going to be, and what it is now, and the future opportunities of how he will help me maybe also find an ABAP job. This really like ensured me that okay, this is something interesting, and yeah, let's go, let's try it. He was very enthusiastic, so he kind of pulled me in, so I enrolled, and here we are. Let's say I was not a really good programmer, and I wasn't even very much interested in programming. Maybe that's why I chose to study something else. I was really not very confident in my programming skills, right? And I've came through quite some courses on I don't know, Coursera, maybe Udemy, about programming, and I was still like, okay, we are doing something. I cannot really see how it's used in reality. Okay, it's a simple task, and you don't really have any clue what's going on later on, or how to build something really bigger. And here in ABAP Academy, I liked the way it was structured. You really had a clear goal, like where you are heading. So you basically build your own simple project, right? You build your data model, then your database tables. Then you started to pick up some programming ABAP basics, right? Everything. So all the skills you needed to move forward, to advance, you got it step by step, right? It was a good experience, and my confidence arose throughout the course. And the perfect thing about it was when I got stuck somewhere, you still could ask either other group members, or Lazio directly. It was really good. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing the job that I'm doing. I started to look for a job even before I was finished with the training, because I felt like, okay, it's possible, I can make it, and so really helped me, really. Well, maybe I would say that when I started working as a junior ABAP developer, my senior colleagues gave me some materials to learn from, and I was like, okay, I know this, I know pretty much everything, so it saved me really I don't know, half a year maybe from the beginning, so I could actually start and work right from the moment. Yeah, well, I would say I got a raise twice already, which is not that bad, but it's still not the greatest, obviously. but definitely my position in the team has changed. I think after 12 months, because the developers that I was working from, one of them left the company, and the other one started working only 50% of the time. So basically, most of the tasks were given to me. So I had some tough times from the beginning, but late. I think it was this spring that I finished completely my own project. It was something that I was like 80%. I built 80% of it. There was a BI guy, someone with Java, who helped me on the side of integration. But the other part was like completely my responsibility. It's really hard to pick one. I mean, most of the things I'm using daily. Well, basically, changed my life completely. Gave me a chance to learn even more specific technical stuff. Saved me a lot of time. As I started working, I really used all the materials and all the information that were in the course, and saved me a lot of time, and maybe also a lot of other money that I would spend for maybe books and stuff like that. Books are great, but I would say as a reference, not as a learning material, because it takes quite some time to get that knowledge into practice. And if you can get the knowledge into practice straight away, you save a lot of time. And if there's someone you can ask for help, or there's a community of other developers, because there already is. It's way bigger than ABAP Academy, is way bigger than it was 3 years ago. So. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, absolutely. It's like you find an interesting book in the store, and you start thinking if it's worth 10 or 15 or 20 euro, and then you go to the pub and you spend 50 on beer. So I think you get lot of knowledge. So there's really nothing to hesitate about. You just jump straight in. It's well spent money for sure. Well, if I could turn back time, I would probably do the same as I did. So definitely, if you are interested and feel like starting your SAP career, from whatever reason you have, I think this is a really good point from which you can start. It's not just the marketing of ABAP Academy that you learn and you acquire, you get those skills straight away, but you actually really do. You really. So if you really want to find a job later on SAP, and even if you are not as confident as maybe there are people that do programming from, I don't know, since they are 10 years old, so they are probably more confident. But if you really think that this is your career path, or I would not even think about it. Yeah, just give it a try, go for it. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward. I already seen. I checked the webpage of ABAP Academy today, and there's more coming, way more coming in the future, and it has grown a lot since 2017. Was the year when I started. So yeah, just go for it, and you'll see it changes your world a little and the future.